I am great, thank you. Hey, I was just calling about your listing on Karen Drive.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw that you just posted it
Yeah.
up there. I was just kind of curious what you could tell me about it. I see that it needs, some work and has a lot of potential, but I was just wondering what you
Yeah,
know
it needs
about
a
it.
lot of work. It does have paid solar on it. It was owned by our owner, which unfortunately has passed away.
Mm,
And his grandchildren, the estate is selling his property, and so they kind of just when he passed, just moved everything out and just left it as is. So
gotcha.
it needs quite a bit of work. So
Okay.
we do already have I think we're on offer number 4. Just FYI.
Oh, nice. So you guys have had quite a bit of interest in it then.
Oh my gosh, we have bookings up until tonight
Oh,
on
wow.
online showings. Yeah, about like 7:40. There's showing tonight, so we've got like I think 9 showings already today.
Wow, that's a lot. That's good.
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about do you know anything about like the condition of like all the major stuff, like the roof, HVAC, all that?
I don't know a ton of the condition because we manage their portfolio for them. But this was their primary, so we never um, managed the property. So you'd have to look at the spuds. They're in the documents tab, but I don't know anything specifically about. I know the roof I think was 22, and but it needs a lot of work. Um,
So the roof's
just
newer
from
though,
an
at least.
aesthetics, yeah, aesthetically.
Yeah,
I'd have to look at, yeah. So I don't know a lot about the property because we've never managed, or I had never even been in the property before. We managed their portfolio. They had some other properties that we sold to them,
gotcha.
which we managed. But
Okay. Um, and I guess if we, move forward on this one, how are you guys handling the buyer's commission?
two and a half,
Okay.
2.5 compensation.
And is that the seller's paying 2.5?
Sellers paying 2.5.
Okay, got it. The only reason I ask is because I'm unrepresented. So are you able to, if I decide to move forward on it, or we come to an agreeable price, would you be able to write it up for me, or what does that look like on your end?
Yeah, we would work out something where we could help write an offer for you. And um, I don't know if you're not an agent.
No, I'm not.
Okay, okay. Are you gonna want to take a look at the house?
Yeah, potentially. I mean,
We
I
had
have a
one other person. We had one other person that was unrepresented that looked at the house. That was looking at the house today too. So
okay. Yeah, I mean, I have a pretty good
if
idea
you
based
want
off the
something.
pictures and from what you're telling me
Yeah.
now. That I'd be.
It's just the neighborhood. I mean, that's like the hottest neighborhood. And we if you end up remodeling that house, obviously anybody who gets it's going to remodel it, either spin it or they're going to use it themselves. It has a ton of potential and a ton of equity in there if you can remodel it. So
Yeah, that's what I'd be looking to definitely
both
do.
houses are going for about $1 million over there. Updated and remodeled. There's a
Yeah,
lot of there's a lot of everything over there.
yeah. What do you think that this one would go for on the back end if it were like
I mean,
updated and remodeled?
it just depends on what you put into it and how much. There's no pool here,
Right.
um, but it needs everything like landscaping and um, but it just depends on how much you put into it and what kind of upgrades you would put into it.
Yeah, I was looking at I think a pretty good comp. It sold back in May, so a little while ago, but
Yeah,
it's been upgraded to the
I
nines
know
and it has
Mark.
the
I know
pool.
Mark has been looking. I know Mark, my husband. He's done a lot of research on that. You could talk to him a little bit more about in regards to how much you put into it, what you could get for it.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing that. Because we talked to them about remodeling the house, and they're trying to wrap up their estate. So they're trying just to get. So the last 2 houses that we sold, they just decided to go as is and get them sold so that they can. Because there's 4 grandchildren, or children, and they're trying to just get everything wrapped up.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And I just wanted to touch back on the buyer's commission. The only reason I was asking you that really is because I'm happy to, you know, if you're able to get that great, or I was gonna say really in an ideal, uh, world, this would have, like, if I had known you before this came on, I would have loved to see it before you listed it and could get you an offer. And
Yeah,
obviously, I want to be able to
yeah.
compensate you
Well,
and
you and
compensate you
everybody.
well. Yeah, I mean, that's ideal, right? I mean, are you open to
Yeah,
doing that in the future? If I'm happy to
yeah,
pay
yeah,
pay you,
yeah.
obviously well.
Sure,
Okay,
sure. Are
cool.
you like a flipper, or are
Yeah. I do it
Okay.
all. I have some buy and
Yeah.
holds that buy a lot. A lot of my buy and holds that buy more like creatively, using creative
Yeah.
finance, and then all my flip projects are obviously cash.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Give Mark a call. Do you have his number?
I
I
do
think it's
not.
on the listing. It's 602-743-5929. He knows a little bit more about the house, and he would be able to discuss with you, um, if he were to represent, and compensation and all that. Because I think I know he's talked to the owner about that.
Okay. So would I, if I were to, move forward on it, would I let you know or send the offer to you, or would Mark
Either
do
one
that?
of us. Either one of us, just to both of us. If you were to present an offer, if you, had Mark represent you, obviously, we would present the offer, to our client directly. But
Yeah.
either one of us. But Mark is the best person to talk with about, how that process would work between the two of you, if that indeed.
Okay. And just from what I'm looking at, I think we're pretty close. I think maybe I would be a little under where you guys are at on list, but what is that looking like? Like, where would I?
So everybody, I'm just going to give you some, all the offers have been at list except one, and one's over list.
Oh wow. Okay.
So,
Got it. Okay.
we don't want you to waste your time, and or ours either. So
Yeah. No. Of course. No. I just
they're
wanted
obviously
to.
going to try to get as much money as they can for their family. So.
Yeah. 100%. I want.
But we haven't. They live on the East Coast, so we're asking everyone to give us like 24 hours so that we can, prepare all the offers and send them over to them, and then give them time to respond. That's 3 hours ahead.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I was just kind of looking just briefly. I'll have to dive back into the
Yeah.
numbers and look to confirm. But either way, I'll kind of just,
Okay.
shoot you a text and be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. And if you're like, oh,
Perfect.
no, it's not going to work, that's okay. Just, if I don't want to waste your time, like you were saying, and we can go from there. And if not, then I'll have you write it up for me.
Sounds great.
All right,
And
awesome.
what was your first name again?
My name is Ryan. Ryan Vasquez.
Ryan. Okay.
Ryan with an R, yep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Got it. Okay. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks for your time. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
You got it. Bye-bye.